I would like to ask you to take a deep breath, a truly deep, nourishing breath. Feel comfortable where you are sitting, and very, very gently close your eyes and relax into this space we are all in together now. As the Cryon entourage and a grand family of benevolent beings pour from the other side of the veil into this room, into our sacred space, to help facilitate the energies for these days together in unconditional love and honor for you. Take another deep breath. Feel where you are, the beauty of this area of Gaia called Sedona, or by its ancient name, the indigenous of the land gave it Wee-Puk, and for their ancestors that have been here for over 12,000 years. A sacred ceremonial and healing land for them and part of their creation story. Feel and sense the red rocks formations carved by an ancient sea as if they are you, and you are them, carved and shaped by the eons of time of your expressions on earth through many, many lifetimes. Take another deep breath. Reflect upon the beauty that is inside of you, of your soul that is multidimensional and part of the Creator, that is internal and magnificent beyond comprehension. Many in this group have come seeking for healing, some of it physical, some of it emotional, and some spiritual. Some of you have come to heal a relationship in your life, or heal from a relationship. Some of you simply came to study new tools and understanding for spiritual growth and expand your consciousness. There will be discovery, there will be revelation, there will be tears, there will be joy, there will be peace and love. Take another deep breath. Bring your attention and awareness to your sacred heart and breath slowly, very slowly, and attentively into your center of peace, of love, of compassion, of oneness. Let the sense and the experience of light increase from within you, and let go of anything that is not part of this present moment. Keep focusing on your heart and breathing consciously, and feel the energy shifting from your body to your multidimensional energy field, your Merkaba. Keep focusing on your heart. Keep breathing, feeling those energies within you and around you. Now I would like to ask you to feel what energy brought you here to this place. What is it that you wish to learn, change, or heal in your life? It can be 1, 2, or a whole list of things. Observe them as they formulate in your mind. Take another deep breath. Keep observing these energies. Now, take another deep breath. And let them all go. Truly let them all go. And with them, let go all concepts and expectations of why you are here. Take another deep breath and relax. Be open and allow to a whole new level of information, experience, and coherence to enter into your energy field with honor, love, compassion, and joy. Take another deep breath. And feel the sweetness that is in your heart. A warm, gentle smile shine upon your face, and know that all is well, and you are in the right place, in the right time, to do the light work you came here to do. Please repeat after me. I am magnificent. I was born magnificent. I carry the light of the Creator that lives within me, and I am dearly loved and honored by God. Again, let us affirm together, let your innate and the cells of your body hear you with their resound firmness. I am magnificent. I was born magnificent. I carry the light of the Creator that lives within me. And I am dearly loved and honored by God. And one more time. I am magnificent. I was born magnificent. I carry the light of the Creator that lives within me. And I am dearly loved and honored by God.
So it is good day to you, huh? Very good to see the magnificence of each and every one of you. We are honored. Our work is done here. The Master Elon, a wondrous man, has said it all. Thank you very much. Have a good day. But we have just a bit more to add to that. For you know that you are here by divine appointment. Some of you don't even know why you're here. You just showed up and thought, these rocks are talking to me. We talked to someone yesterday and we said, the rocks are talking to me. And we said, what did the rocks say? And they said, hello, good to have you here, but again. You see, you are each a part of this indigenous group that connected with this land maybe 12,000 years ago or beyond. You understand that in that connection, that it matters not necessarily what we say, because we are transmitting the energy into your open heart. Take a deep breath. Very good. You are very good breathers. Sometimes humans forget that they're actually in the body. And they require breathing in and breathing out, you know. You tell someone to take a deep breath and they say, ha! That is not a deep breath, huh? You have to breathe in and breathe out. Take another deep breath. Very good breathers. So a lot of hot air in here now, huh? You see, that is what elevates the vibrational frequency of this land. And there are those that somehow believe that these rocks, these mountains, these green trees, these energies have lost some of their chutzpah, lost, that's a technical term, lost some of their vibration. Now, have you ever lost any of your vibration? No. So how could these rocks lose that? How could this wondrous auditorium lose that? How could the man talking during the meditation lose that? Huh? Exactly, you see. You cannot lose something that is innately within you. Take a deep breath. For as you believe, therefore it is. As you think, therefore it is. As you feel, therefore it is. That is the key for your energy. That is the connective force for your intention. And when you look out amongst this whole sea of beings of light, this whole radiant energy, you can feel the radiance coming from your heart chakra out beyond. We've got one over here that is radiant in the purple light, the violet light, the radiance. You can't see her. We can't see her. It is quite impressive. Is that from the inside of your heart or just shining down upon you? Huh? We believe it is from the inside of her heart. It just may look like it is shining down upon her. And the people that are listening to this in the future are saying, what are they talking about, huh? You see, there is no more time. It is not existing any longer. There is only right here and right now. If you are thinking about what you're going to have for lunch, you're not being here. If you are thinking about what happened yesterday when the rocks talked to you, you're not being here. So let them bring a new message to you. For you see, that new message is a part of you. That new message is a part of your vibration. That new message is a part of the mystical experiences that you can have in these spaces. Now, yes, you can have mystical experiences everywhere you are, on this planet or another planet. We were waiting for Master Elon here to say, how many of you are Pleiadian? How many of you are from Arcturus? But that will be for the next round, eh? So the mystical experiences that you are having here are going very much beyond your own presence. They are radiating beyond you, so then when you return to your home, you will be changed. You will be living in that vibratory state of that may only be possible from this energy here. The first time our vessel Marilyn came here, she had witnesses that brought her in, and they flicked their fingers at the full moon because that was acknowledging the spiritual hierarchy that lives on the other side of the moon. She did not even know what they were talking about. But she flicked her fingers at the moon, and the moon began bouncing. Like one of Mitch Miller's balls, if you are that old. And there were 4 people standing in a field, flicking their fingers at the full moon. And they said, do you see that? And they were afraid to mention that the moon was bouncing in joy at their presence. Everything is possible, here and beyond. For you bring with you this energy of possibilities. You bring with you this energy of love. You bring your truth, which is indeed a part of the universal truth. Dearly beloveds, I am thankful, deeply grateful that you are here. I am not sure if my soul asked you to be here or yours. or both. But you see, in beginning in your magnificence, that can only move forward from here. This acceleration, you will learn many things in the next 4 days. We ask you to put on your discernment, take in what is yours, and those things that you resist, ask yourself why you are resisting your own magnificence. You are each here to bring back a nugget, or 20, or 50 nuggets of information. You see, a nugget is really just a rock. It is only the magnificent being that holds that rock that identifies it as golden. And when I look upon your faces, I see the golden, radiant energy of love. And know that you and I are the same. We are one. Yes, I was human when I was here in the physical, as are you. You must remember that as a human, as our friend Adironda says, you must continue breathing. And you must allow that heart to be open. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe and feel that beating magnificence. That is the miracle of all things. With every beat of that heart, your brain also beats. With every beat of that heart, life force flows out to your toes, if you have them. If you don't, it flows to whatever's there. It flows out beyond you. That is where the magnificence begins. When you open your hand and hold it in front of your heart, then you also receive the magnificence of those around you. And we are lucky ones, eh? To look into the eyes and see the gleam of love coming back at you. This moment is forever. And I am honored to be in your presence. Ooh, got to love it when the masters come in, eh? Oh, wait, the masters are sitting out there. Ah, yes. As you understand, that is who you are. That is who you have been, and that is who you will be. Always and forevermore. Breathe into your magnificence, dearest. Breathe into that energy and accept it and say, yes, I am magnificent. yes. I say yes to me. I say yes to you. Yes to the person next to you, here and there. We honor you. We love you so much. We see who you are. We see your heart, your light, your soul, your pain, your sadness, your joy, your laughter, your uncertainty, and your magnificence. And we see that is indeed what is growing. We honor you. And we bid you namaste. Namaste.
Beloved ones, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar. And indeed, it is a great honor to be here with you at this moment of your time. Your world is changing. Your world is changing in ways that you can see, and many ways which are not so visible. In your tomorrow, we wish to introduce you to something unseen, difficult to understand with the mind. But it is a word that you have been hearing a lot, the quantum, or the quantum field, or the field. What is this? We wish to show you from a different perspective what is occurring in your world, in your societies. Why are they collapsing in so many different ways? What is really going on? What can you do? In fact, beloveds, you are doing it already simply by being here. We will take you into the quantum field. We will let you experience yourself in the quantum field. In fact, you are already within it. But we wish to assist you in changing your focus. Right now, you are very focused in being in the third dimension, the physicality. But when you start to consciously connect to your quantum self, when you start to create your reality from your quantum self, you will find that you can create without the limitations that you currently have. The programs where you feel that you are not good enough, the programs that you feel you do not deserve to have that which you wish for, the programs that say, but there's not enough to go around. These are all limitations which no longer need to be with you. When you start to connect to the quantum reality, you can start to create abundance on all levels. When we say abundance, we are not talking about money. Yes, that is a small part. But abundance of love, abundance of deep friendships, a new way of relating in your life, a new way of receiving in your life. This is part of the change that is happening energetically. There is much more. Many of you are aware of the energies of the angelic realm, the ascended masters, those whom we call the star families, beings from around the universe who are benevolent, wanting to assist in the awakening of humanity. They are all available, and many more. This beautiful earth has a consciousness, can respond to you, knows you individually. Hard at first for the mind to understand, but it is the case. You are a vast consciousness, a small part of which is within the human form. We like to call the real you your superconsciousness. As most of you are aware, you have lived many lifetimes here. Your consciousness leaves the body and comes back in another body. You have gained so much wisdom over these lifetimes. It is time to re-access some of this wisdom that you have gained. As you become more conscious, as you raise your vibration, access happens. It is not something you have to work at. It starts revealing itself to you. And so the intention of the Stargate is to assist humanity in the reawakening process. It is one of many, many ways that existence is supporting the transition here. This strange structure is an anchor for a higher dimensional consciousness. That might be a little strange. When we said this to Pragit, he said, "I do not understand. What does this mean?" And we said, it is the same as your physical body. Your physical body is an anchor for a higher dimensional consciousness, the real you. This structure anchors a higher dimensional consciousness, and in your tomorrow, you will feel the power and the presence of it far more intensely when we ask it to start activating, to start responding to each and every one of us. Do not be concerned by what you see happening in your world around you. It is being adjusted. It is being brought into your awareness the way it has always existed. There has always been an undercurrent of manipulation and control, and that is coming to the surface now. And so, celebrate the clarity that is beginning to occur. Celebrate the changes that are happening, even though on the surface, perhaps the mind says, "Oh, this is not good." Understand that it is going to be rebuilt in a whole new vibration. Why? How? Why? Because you and millions of people like you are looking, searching for a higher consciousness. You are deciding you wish to be more aware. You are deciding that you want to change your life. Sometimes these apparent discomforts in society challenge people to take responsibility for themselves. Beloveds, it is time to take responsibility for yourself. You are not victims. You are creators. We wish to assist you in understanding how powerful a creator you can be. We love you and we bless you. We honor each and every one of you. And we will talk to you again in your tomorrow.
I am the wisdom of the feminine divine, in honor of the wisdom of the masculine divine, greeting you in these times of change, in the energy of infinite love, a love that has no beginning, no end, a love that is beyond description, and yet it is electrical, alive, transformative. And that love is the heartbeat of the universe, and it is the heartbeat of you. So in the energy of infinite love, we could say, I am alive, I am electrical, I am transformative. Would you like to say that, to radiate that energy? Let us do this together. In the energy of infinite love, I am alive. I am electrical. I am transformative. And tell me, where do you look these days when you wish to see the face of God? Can you tell me? In the mirror. And at one another. Look at one another. Look at the faces. Greet one another. Do you want to see the face of God? Look at one another and say, surprise. Surprise. Here I am. I am here. Feel that? Feel yourself becoming more present. It's okay to be here, to be present, to see the face of God, the energy of your wholeness. Now we invite you to another place. You are co-creators. You are co-creators. Do you know that? You came here to be together. You co-create as a multidimensional being as you unify all the different aspects of self. That's one level of co-creation. Have you ever had many different levels of yourself, with one level going here, one level going there, another level wanting to do this? We create coherence. We create coherence. Enjoy the variations. Enjoy the coherence. Now, in the energy of infinite love, we invite you into the next levels of co-creation. And what do we mean by that? Observe. In events like these, where people gather together, they bring their hearts, they bring their love, they bring their piece of the puzzle. Each one of you, you are all channels. Do you know that? We are all learning to channel more of who we are. Does that resonate for you? Now, remember the new energy dynamics, the co-creation, when you come together and you are able to respect one another. Whether you agree or not, there is a respect for one another. Do you realize you create a new resonance that is powerful, that opens up new levels that you could not see before? You see, that's the key. There's been the energy of harmony, of peace, of presence. Now, how well can you integrate it within yourself that you feel secure, your sense of self, and you look at others and you can encourage them to become more of who they are? Can you see what that brings? Can you see the richness of the presence? Do you agree to be co-creators in the energy of infinite love? We would ask you through these days together that every once in a while you look at each other and you say, surprise. And that you also say, what a pleasure to co-create with you. Honor one another. You will open new portals, new channels, new levels of energy that requires this kind of cooperation, co-creation. Does that make sense to you? We have more. The great evolution is upon you. You came here for change, and the great evolution is now here. The world has had plenty of revolutionaries. The Channel herself is a descendant of a revolutionary who signed the Declaration of Independence. We've had plenty of revolutionaries. Now, how about becoming an evolutionary? What do you think? How does that feel? Yes, we're well aware it is a label, it is a name, but that is the fun of being here. To choose how you direct your energy. You choose how you see yourself in your life and that which you came here to give. So we are calling all evolutionaries in this time of the great evolution. For you came here to also create change, personally and collectively. Do you agree? Feel the energy as it courses through your body. Bring it all the way through to your center below. Be well grounded in your bodies. Your bodies are your sacred instruments, your vessels, and we will talk more about that in another time, in the days to come. Dear evolutionaries, up, Cryon calling. Take another deep breath. Up until now, we have used a term called divine genius. We have spoken to the divine genius within you, as we have spoken all over the world. We have a new term today that we would like to give you. Let's see how you like it. Would you like, as you learn how to direct your energy with greater clarity, greater focus, divine disruptor? Do you like divine disruptor? Then indeed, in this moment, anoint yourselves as divine disruptors. For when you learn how to disrupt the energy, enough of release. The Channel at one point in her work, she thought if she said release one more time, she would scream forever. How much more release can there be? Disrupt. Begin with your own ways of being that you would like to disrupt the energy, and it will change quickly. You're capable of this. You have had, perhaps in these years, what we would call challenges. Anybody? Challenges. They are opportunities. Opportunities. And you in this room have done very well. Now, you will define for yourselves what divine disruption is. And you will start to direct your energy in this way and make changes. Feel your feet. You're ready for your foundations. Divine disruptors. Do you know what comes along with that? We give you another term. Are you ready? Wild wisdom. A wisdom that goes beyond what has been because it is time. Way beyond the box, outside of the octahedron, all the way outside of the dodecahedron, and just on into wild wisdom. So tell me, am I looking at evolutionaries? Divine disruptors. You may do this in an elegant way, you understand. We're not sending you into the street in the mob mentality, do you? You do this within your own life, and it goes through the collective, and you inspire change as you change. How beautiful. How beautiful. A bit more, and then we finish. So you are in wild wisdom. Oh. The channel, since she was 22, has spoken of an experience she had without drugs, alcohol, end of the 60s, beginning of the 70s. No beginning and no end. An energy of infinite love that was indescribable, that blew open all of her energy centers. Took her 15 years to get back into the body and to know how to work with this energy. That was 44 years ago. She's done her best to bring this energy here. But in her heart, she has always wanted to go back there. She felt she left her body, went through all these different fibers of light and energy onto the cosmic lattice, saw all these different experiences of beings, and then came to a place of the heartbeat of the infinite universe, which is infinite love. How many of you know the teaching? You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. Well, it is one thing to know it and then to experience it. We just informed her last week in her desire for 44 years to want to go back to that place. There is no need to go back anywhere. It is within you. It is right here, right now, within you. And for those of you who have had the experience of going there and coming back, the message we've given the channel, we will share it with you now, and you may decipher it in any way you wish. Are you ready? As a multidimensional being, do you know yourself that you are a multidimensional being? There really is no here or there. It's all now. And you are going to experience that even more as you say yes to more of your wholeness, yes to more of who you are in your truth. We leave you with this. Here and there, and we gave this term to the channel, is for enlightened entertainment purposes. Enlightened entertainment purposes. It's a wondrous experience to come into the energy of that wholeness, to be present with all that you are. Throughout these days, you will resonate with everything you hear, with the energies as they shift. And each one of you are free to respond according to your own wisdom. You are wise. Do you know that? You are indeed born of the wild wisdom to bring change to now time. Clear your throats, please. Time to finish. We have something to say to you. Yes, each one of you will learn how to speak. That's what this is. That's clear. May I have permission for what would we call recalibration? It is time, there you go, time for you to speak so you can be heard. Good? In the energy of infinite love, join me. In the energy of infinite love, I am alive. I am electrical. I am transformative. So I am, and so we are.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Cryon of Magnetic Service. In these moments, I wish to speak of channeling. This is a channeling retreat. You get away from things and you concentrate on channeling. It is days of channeling and the teaching from the channelers. And for those listening now who are not here, this is the beginning meeting, the beginning channeling of the series. Those assembled in front of me have come just for this. You know what you've come to expect. There's no amount of dialogue that needs to be then given to you to convince you that channeling is something you may actually benefit from. You're here for it. You know it. And so I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you in ways perhaps we have not spoken because we don't often come before those who are ready to really understand what's going on the stage. Or from human to human, perhaps, or beyond. You start looking at the process itself. Channeling is unique. In this particular city of Sedona, it wasn't that long ago that I asked my partner to put together 12 channelers on one stage. And as they went between them and gave the messages, the same thing happened as happened here. With those who are channeling in the chairs with me, were also there. And that same thing is that there is a similar, collective, coherent consciousness of message. You have 4 channelers before you, and there are not 4 messages. In their own way and in their own manner, they reach across the veil and bring back something that is unique to them, given in their way for you. Oh, but there's more. There really is more, and this is what I want you to know. If you had to define what's going on right now, a man sits in a chair. He's in touch somehow with the other side of the veil, perhaps with the creative source itself, and delivering messages with his consciousness, with his voice, with his intellect. That is the way of it, dear ones. All channeling on the planet has been given to you this way. Most of the scriptures that you read have been given this way. All of the prophets who walked the planet, all of them were human, giving you profundities in this way. This is not new. But right now, let's analyze something. For the first time, let's crack this open just a little more. Consciousness is a word that you are going to hear repeatedly. The coherence of consciousness is a phrase that you may actually hear a lot. What happens to consciousness when there is someone channeling? And the answer is this: it's expanded, way expanded. So consciousness does not go away, as some people have said. It is actually enhanced. It gets a great deal larger and becomes even more multidimensional than it already is. Now, if you have stayed with any of my partners' teaching, you know that it is a bit science-based. And this is because this is his interest. And this is how he then presents, as opposed to perhaps the others. But if you've listened, you know that in these last years, science has labeled consciousness, with proof, energy. It changes the needles on the instruments. That's all they needed. To know that this, called consciousness and coherence, is a player in physics. It's energy. And that comes right from the universities. So what happens when this, what's happening right now, starts to happen to you as you sit here, personally? A change of expanded consciousness goes a long way. There are those who want to ask the linear questions in 3D. Well, how far does it go? And the answer is yes. Can one person in perfect love, in a special way, affect another person on the other side of the planet? And the answer is yes. And there is proof. Did you know that identical twins have this happen constantly, wherever they are? It's an allied consciousness through identical DNA. It's almost entanglement, if you wish to call it this. This is an expanded consciousness. Follow me for a moment. I've described channeling in the past as looking into the cracks of the dimensions. If you live in 4 dimensions, which you do, a channeler must sit in those 4 dimensions on the stage or in their home while they are channeling, and they are actually cracking open the dimensions as they speak. And in those cracks is the beauty of God. In those cracks between the dimensions are the messages and more. There is an energy on this planet that is new. There is an evolution that is new. And all of these things are beginning to come together in a coherence that involves you in the room. You have 2 actual attributes in this room right now. Why have you come? Some of you have come because when there is channeling, you love to listen. It touches your heart. And you will go to any place where there's channeling and be blessed. But did you know there's more? I just told you that there's an expanded consciousness happening in the room. This invites that entourage that we speak of so often. Did you know that in that expanded consciousness, that opening, the crack between the dimensions, that inflows so much? It's not just one way, it's 2-way. And so we know that the room already is different. And in that difference, some of you can feel it. There's more here than sitting in the chairs. There are those that are timeless who have returned. There may be essences of the prophets themselves who are here. Because you are here and you have stated out loud that you're magnificent, that you know who you are. And here's what I want to tell you, that the second attribute of those who are here are to participate in the cracks between the dimensions. Because this energy that is now flowing and now being developed right now has spread a consciousness, opened the crack, and literally invites you in. And what is there, you might say, in that crack, that mysterious crack between the things that are real or the things imagined, or the things that are real that you don't think are real? Let me tell you what they are. And this is where we ask you, listener, in this room or other, to understand that this consciousness that is being developed right now is timeless. No matter when you listen, you're in the crack right now. What's in that crack? I will tell you, your healing. Those of you, I know who's here. More than just being blessed. You can slow down the body clock. Are you interested? You can have a situation where you're revitalized with energy. Are you interested? That's in the crack. That's right now, opened and ready. And there are so many who have come to listen to the channeler. Perhaps those listening later just have come to listen, not understanding. There's a process. There's a reason. There's a profundity in the new energy of why this is even taking place. And it's not for people sitting on the stage connecting with the other side of the veil. We are opening a portal. And that crack between the dimensions is so that a consciousness that listens can participate. Oh, there are so many linear questions. Well, how big is the crack? How long will the crack last? So blessed are you in your linearity, because in the explanation there is a book opening, a multidimensional book that says the crack opens one time when you realize it and you live in it. It's free choice, dear ones. It's intent, and we've told you that before. You don't have to leave this place different, or you can. And when you do, that crack between the dimensions, that one that you can visit, that one that's happening now, belongs to you, and it has your name on it. It's been mentioned when you look in the mirror, what you see. The crack lets you really see. And in that there is, and this is for some of you here, dropping fear. Some of you here really need to hear this, because fear will quench your light. And that crack between dimensions, that is that which is the Creator, getting through past 4D, is the one that says, be still, and know that you are God. You are part of this whole process. And in that, you are in control. Here's a new word, designer reality. That's in the crack. The crack will erase the idea that you're a victim of the planet, that you've come here just to survive, and you sure hope you do. It rewrites that completely. That's in the crack. That's where you are right now. There is expanded consciousness in the room. There are other, I'm not going to say entities, there are energies here from the past. I'll say this again. There are those you've loved and lost who are in the room from the past. There's a cheering section here for those who've come here in trouble, that are saying, are you listening? This is why you came. Are you listening? This is a good start. Are you listening? There are answers here. It's not just teaching and channeling and being blessed and leaving. There are answers here. And those answers will be developed as you hear that which is spoken these days and that which is unspoken these days. There is an entourage which will now stay in this room. I guarantee the ones who come in this room first tomorrow will feel them. They're here for you. Because through intent, you have said, I'm going to come and spend time, and I'm going to listen and pay attention. Well, there's more. The very act of channeling is opening something, and you're invited to be in it. That's why we do what we do. That's why channeling exists as it exists. Some of you very connected to the apostles. I think of Paul writing in jail, not knowing his future. And he begins to channel, which then becomes part of the New Testament. And what he channels is so spectacularly different from the 3D he's in. he talks about the love of God and how beautiful things are for him as he writes dimly in jail. You see, dear ones, this has been around a long time. And if you said, well, did Paul open a crack, a dimension? How many people has he touched with his words? He opened a crack, and it stayed open for him. And we know his name and all that has happened because he was touched by God. The crack doesn't go away. And when it opens, it's for all. You'd be amazed right now at what this means to those around you, not just for you. When you leave this place, when others say, well, something happened, you're different. You're more relaxed. Your face has changed. And they'll be right. Because you felt it. That's what channeling is. And that's why it exists. And so take these days and the hours that are given from now on, the teaching that is given, the channeling that is given, and in there are answers specific for you. And that's why you sit in the chair. There's great love for you, dear human being, in this energy of change. And so it is.